Hello, my name is XT, and I'm gonna be explaining just about everything there is to know about Eroico speedrunning. It's a pretty short run, just about 7 minutes, but there's actually a surprising amount of tech and knowledge that you'll need to get a properly good time in the game. So yeah, let's just get into it. First of all, you wanna check your keybinds. Here we have just the movement options. Set those to whatever you want. The jump. Action 1 is attack. Action 2 is the backdash, and this line thing, that's used for fuck boosting, or boost abuse, as we call it, in places where you have to keep it PG. So yeah, you want to have those in nice spots on your keyboard. Don't worry about the binds there showing up, that's just because I have a finished keyboard. But yeah, we choose the easiest option, and adult content needs to be on to allow for the fuck boosting to commence. It's not actually going to show any any bad scenes, don't worry about that. It's just needed to actually do it. So we have our movement, we have our slash, as you know, we have the backdash, and we have the fuck boost. Looks like that. You have to like mash your keyboard to get out of it. So yeah, movement tech. With the dash and attack, you can perform a trick called dab dashing. It looks like this, or this. This is only if you want to have the dab animation in it. So what's going on there is you have your attack, right, and you have your backdash. These two cancel each other. So if you do an attack into a backdash, your attack will get cancelled, and the same thing with the dash. You'll cancel a dash animation by doing an attack. So if you just chain those together, you can keep dashing forever. And the fastest way to do this is just mash both at the same time. It lets you go pretty fast. So yeah, that's not very complicated, but when you start getting really fast with the mashing, it takes a toll on your hands. I had to put this game down for quite a bit of time between runs when I was grinding it. So yeah, what else do we have? Oh yeah, about the attack, we have, if you press up, you can shoot this little magic bolt or whatever it is. And if you press down, you can, yeah, up and attack, by the way, for this. If you press down, you can raise your shield, and that's gonna block projectiles. It's not used really at all, but it's good to know it's there. And if you jump and press down, you can do this pogo attack. That's gonna give you a little boost when you do it on enemies. And then the combo attacks. You can, if you jump in the air and press down twice, it'll do this down thrust attack. And you can use that to jump on enemies and stuff. We'll be using it quite a bit later in the run, so we'll see what that's all about. And then if you do down forwards and slash, down forward slash, right, it'll do this thing. We never use it in the run, at least currently, but it's good to know it exists, I suppose. And oh yeah, then the fuck boost, that I already explained that. You do that, and the good thing about it is that you actually gain immunity frames for like 2 seconds after it. So if you see, when I start this, I'm currently immune. Nothing can hurt me, except the enemies can perform things to you. That's why you don't want to mash out of it as fast as possible. But yeah, it's pretty fast to mash out of. And then afterwards you have immunity frames for like 2 seconds. So those are pretty convenient. And just one thing that is still there is these two things actually combine together, the dab dash and fuck boost. So if you do that and then you start dab dashing, as you can see, I still have my immunity frames after like 5 seconds. If you time it right, you can actually have it like forever. I'm pretty sure what's going on there is that you don't lose your immunity frames while you're in the dash animation. So you only lose your frames during the frames that you have your sword up. So if you do this, you don't really regain them or retain them. But if you press them at the same time, you'll keep them forever. So Unfortunately, we can't do the swag dab dashing because of that, but that's fine. And yeah, that was a lot of stuff, but hope you could take it all in. So, oh yeah, this thing too. There's a bunch going on in this first screen. So these things are just, we don't really have a name for them. They're just these boosters that let you go in the direction that you're holding when you enter them. You can actually even use your sword to get to them a tiny bit faster, like this. As you can see, I'm not quite in it, but I'll get into it. And another thing about these is you wanna use them on the floor, like diagonally, like this, and it'll actually boost you forwards after you hit the ground as well. If you look here when I do it, oh, get out of the way. If you look here when I do it, this one brings me about to this bush here, but when I do it on the ground, I get like way further. So that's a tiny thing, but something you wanna keep in mind. And yeah, I'm just gonna show off how the rooms are. I messed that one up. As well as just like explain some of the techniques that we use. There we go. The dab dashing can be used to reach platforms like that. Oh yeah, one other thing. If you press F1 on your keyboard, you can trigger the debug mode, where you can press 1 to refill your HP and ammo. As you can see, I'm using my ammo, ran out. Press 1, it's full again. So that's pretty convenient for practice purposes. You can't use that in runs though. Not that it would matter, we never really run out of HP or ammo anyway. And if you press 2 on your keyboard, you can completely reset the current room you're in. This is extremely useful for practice. Like, I don't think we would have discovered half the strats that we use currently if that didn't exist. So I'm very thankful that got put in by the dev. But yeah, let's just go through the rooms a little bit here to show you the movement, and you can try and see how I utilize the different tech that I just explained. Here we see how the flux boosting can actually let you gain, let you get to higher areas than you would with a normal jump. As you can see, I can't get anywhere near that ledge, but if I do a flux boost backwards, like turn around and the flux boost in the wall, then I can easily get up here. And yeah, here we just use the flux boost to get the iframes to get through those, do a downwards thrust, and get up there. Using the iframe, dab dash abuse. And oh yeah, these red things, you can just attack them from any direction. You don't need to poke on them necessarily to get the hides. It's a good thing to know. And here we have a little secret booster. Fuck booster, that guy. Another secret. Oh yeah, by the way, the currency, or whatever it is, the little twinkles that the enemies drop and stuff, you don't need to care about those at all. They aren't used in this room. Oh, I'm gonna actually use this room because I lost the bubble there. The bubble is something that activates when you take damage, and it'll give you basically the normal iframes, but you won't get knocked back by the enemy or anything. So it's quite convenient for certain rooms. We're gonna use it here in the very next room. This is a checkpoint. So yeah, when we go in the next room, I'm gonna use the bubble to do damage boost through one of the spinning spiky things. I'll show you. Like that, and the iframes actually persist for a really long time, as you can see, probably like 2 or 3 seconds. The dab dash abuse doesn't work for those iframes, unfortunately, but oh well, can't have everything. Just chaining those boosters together there, and using the iframe abuse again. Get through that entire room. And here we have a diamond. The diamond, like, I'm not sure if it actually doubles your damage, but it increases it quite a bit. So it's something you always want to have for the bosses. It's really the only place where it's relevant. Oopsie. Just platform our way up here. Oh god, my hand is like already cramping. I need to run this game more to develop a resistance. Oh yeah, this this bubble, you have to actually jump. You can't get it during the dab dashing. Let me show you. Yeah, if you just dab dash through, you won't get it. Even though you would like just normally walking across it. I don't know why. It's something about the animation being weird. But yeah, let me show you the first boss. This one you just kind of wanna tank through the first hit, dodge the second, then it's gonna do another, and then you just chain them down with the spells. Not much else to say about that one. It's pretty simple once you get the proper damage rotation on them. I don't know what that was. I did some weird stuff. So yeah, just in general, you wanna be dab dashing as much as possible. Just going through the rooms and dab dashing on the enemies. That's really about it. Oh yeah, here's a pretty cool one. Let me see if I can get it. Nope. Or is it this room just to show off that trick? Because it's a pretty cool looking one. Basically, we're gonna be able to do the fuck boost into, no, not dab, down thrust into fuck boosting again. Where, well, I'll just show you. I'm doing pretty much all the fastest trick that we know. So there we go. It's a pretty awesome one. I really like that one. Oh damn it! You can just jump over the second set of harpies here if you time your jump properly, like that. And here just platform up these things. Go up. Oopsie. Almost forget about animation there. You don't want that to happen. We actually have to invalidate your runs if that happens, because that's what the SRC and YouTube rules are. Alright, there you can see I made a pretty big skip. I actually managed to skip this entire right half of this room. As you can see, that saves quite a bit of time. I'm gonna show that again and kind of explain how it works. So right, I had a lot of trouble with this one when I was first starting out, because I was always trying to get like exactly on top of the ghost before doing it. So like, that would happen, where I would try and jump on top of them and then get knocked back. But the thing with the down thrust is that you can actually be like on the side of the enemy, because the hitbox is basically like diagonally in front of you. So you can just have the enemy be in front of you like that and do it. It's really easy once you get the hang of it. So you don't need to actually try and be on top of them. Like, they can be really far in front of you and you'll still get it. So yeah, that's something pretty important to keep in mind. And here we just some cycle rooms. You can actually be too fast on this cycle sometimes. Let me actually show you how that's done properly. Yeah, I've had that arrow hit me a couple times. What am I doing, dude? I'm a bit rusty. I haven't run this in a couple months at all. There we go. That's it. That's a good cycle for that room. There we go. As you can see, the iframes can persist for like forever. This room, the start of this room is a pretty tight cycle here, as you can see. But it's doable once you get enough practice in on it. And then just fuck boost the rest of this room, basically. Like so. Oh yeah, this one you wanna immediately attack down when you come in. Do 2 attacks and fall. I don't think you can get there faster. Don't think you can get through there faster with less attacks, but maybe you can. Oopsie. And here we're gonna use the fuck boost again. Head again. We don't do that too much, but it's really useful in the places where it is. So as you can see, we grabbed another diamond there. We're gonna use that for the boss again, if I can if I can retain it until that. It's not too hard to keep them on, especially with all the iframe abuse that we have going for us, but oh, and then that can happen. There's a couple of rooms in the desert where there's like spikes immediately after entering the room. Oh yeah, and this one, there's like a moving platform at the end of the room that triggers around when you reach this spot. So if you just keep moving forwards, you'll you'll be able to reach on top of it every time, and it won't be a problem. So I'll just show you here. If you don't slow down after that, god damn it, after that part. There we go. And you just do like that, and do a little dab dash at the end to get on top of it properly. That room can be pretty tricky. So, right, this boss. We're gonna use a technique we haven't already even mentioned, and it's got to do with the down thrust mechanic. So, when you do a down thrust, as you can see, I can jump out of it immediately, right? And that means I can chain it into another down thrust immediately. So my normal attack speed is this, and if I keep doing this, you can see how it's pretty damn good. If you mash down fast enough, you can get like 7-6 attacks per second with this or something. It's pretty ridiculous. Maybe even 10. Honestly, it's hard to tell. But you can't use it on the first boss, unfortunately. But we're gonna show you how effective it is against this guy. Yeah. But as I said, it doesn't work at all on the first boss for whatever reason. So unfortunate, but you gotta take our losses sometimes. So here again, just use iframes and dab dash through everything. And oh, the castle is really cycle heavy, so you don't want to slow down too much at the start of rooms. I would not call the cycle there if I if I kept going. As I said, still a bit rusty. Dang it! What's going on there? I could have sworn these cycles are easier before. Oh, maybe that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, now this should be easy. Oops, I actually jumped a bit too early for that one. And yeah, here we go. All this is things you have to practice, which is unfortunately really easy with the debug mod stuff that we have. So, as I said, I'm really glad the dev decided to add that in. Oh yeah, I also think another thing of note is that if you have normal iframes, you can use those to get through things without losing the bubble iframes. Oh, and that was another thing. When you get the second box in this room, this is like pretty specific information, but when you get to the specific second box in the room, you want to jump, because then you'll lure that witch upwards and she won't be in your way. That's an easy thing to miss when you're just learning, so I'm just mentioning it here. And here we just get through all of this. Use the iframes not to lose the bubble. And this next room has a trick that we call cancer cycle. It's a really tight cycle that requires the bubble to get through it. So you need to have the bubble on here, so you can't get hit at all after getting it. And you also need to execute this next room perfectly. It's like if you slow down at all at the beginning, you won't get it. I'll see if I can do that. Well, I already lost. I'll show you what it looks like though if you get it properly. I mean, as you can see, like even that small left movement after this would mess it up. Okay, so now here I have the timing. So I would jump on that platform coming from it. Iframe through the left side axe thing and jump on top of it. You can check my PB for that if you need to see it. I think I got it there. It's a pretty nice time save. If you don't have the bubble here, it's not a big problem. You can just kill those guys and make the next cycle. Oops. You cannot make the first cycle without the bubble though, unfortunately. Well, you actually can, but it requires a really precise fuck boost, and it's like 5 times harder than that cycle. So it's not even something I would go for. Alright, so this room you just kind of platform around. I mean, I kind of messed that ending up. You just platform around the enemies and not much else. The very end of this room is actually quite tricky, so I'll try and see if I can show it off here. So you fuck this of that guy to, god damn it. you do a down thrust into a fuck wheels to get on that platform above the mummy dude, and then there's the tricky part. You have to fuck wheels to get iframes to get inside the witch, and then jump inside the witch and do a down thrust to get to the platform above her. What was that? That was really strange. I don't even remember that happening before. Weird. Alright, this room is pretty easy. If you just keep dab dashing, you'll just make all the cycles naturally. And then we just backboost that guy. And then we have the last boss here. On this one, that's a little bit of RNG, because, well, I'll show you. So on this first cycle, after she does that scoop around the bottom side, it's completely random how fast she starts moving left after that. It's a bit hard to explain, but you'll get it once you... Oh, wow, this brings you over here. I didn't expect that. You'll get it once you start practicing this boss. But it's not too big of a time loss to not get the one cycle on her, and I don't think it's possible without the diamond damage boost, which I don't have. So I'll just be showing the normal start here, but I'll show you what it looks like when you actually do get on top of her when she goes in the top left corner. Like I said, you can see that she went super early there, and for the bosses you can just refresh the game and it'll start from the beginning. Yeah, it's like going left super early, so there's not really a reliable setup that I've found to get it every time, but yeah, there she went almost all the way to the right before going. I'll just get it once, and then I'll show the regular strat for this one. And you can get a cheeky hit at the start, as you can see, with good timing. I missed it there. Just barely didn't make it. You kind of have to like do a down thrust on her while she's on her way moving to the left. It's really tricky. Especially with the randomness that's involved. There you could see I was pretty close to getting it. There we go. And with that, if you mash fast enough on the left side, you can actually get the one cycle. But this regular two cycle is one we usually do, where you just get on top of her on the second one. I think I've gotten the one cycle kill once in my entire life on her. I haven't practiced it too much, but yeah, it's pretty tricky to get. Yeah, that's really about it. That's all you need to know about the game to beat my time. And with that, just join the Discord if you have any questions, and I don't know, that's about it. Thanks for watching.